Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at the TRAXXAS TRX4 Defender. And I've had this truck for about 3 months now. We've done mudding, water, trail runs, rock crawling, quite a few different things with it. So it's been quite well used. So I just thought it'd be useful to show you what you get out of the box, talk about some of the features of the rig itself, and just give some feedback on what it's actually like in case you're considering buying one. So let's take a look. So obviously comes in your nice TRAXXAS TRX4 box, and then included in the box you get some tools, you get your manual, you also get some stickers, and you also get some spare body clips. And obviously you get your transmitter, and then you get the actual truck itself. Okay, so let's take a little look at the truck and we'll just talk through some of the features. Okay, so here is the truck itself, the TRX4 Defender. Now, as you can see, we've added some accessories onto it. We've got, some stickers, and we've added on some scale accessories and things like that. So obviously you don't get that out of the box. We've added all that on. I've also added on the tire writing on the tires as well. Okay, we'll just spin it around so you can have a little look. Okay, so obviously it's the Defender 110. As you can see, it's been used, nice and dirty. So what you get with it is you get your spare wheel on the back, you get your jerry cans, you get your lift, you get your outer roll cage included, and your scale mirrors and your snorkel, and obviously your scale bumper and everything like that as well. Now it doesn't come with any lights as standard, so there's no LED lights or anything like that on the front or the rear. You've got your body pins on the bonnet, and there's 2 body pins on the roof. So if we pop the body pins off, so we've got the 2 body pins on the front here, just pop those off. 2 body pins on the roof just here and here. Okay, so you just pop those out. So once you pop your body pins out, the body just lifts off. Okay, so you get your Traxxas XL-5 HV ESC. You've got your Traxxas Titan 21 turn motor, which is a 550 motor, and then you also get your Traxxas steering servo, which I'm not sure what rating that steering servo is, but it's pretty good. Now, it doesn't come with any batteries or any chargers out of the box, so you will need to buy all of those separately. Now, obviously, it does come with this Traxxas connector. I haven't got any Traxxas batteries, and to be honest, I didn't really want to buy any Traxxas batteries. So you can actually just buy an adapter, which is just, most of my batteries are either Deans or XT90. So I just got this Traxxas to Deans adapter off Amazon. Works really well. Okay, you can see the body mountings, so here and here. Actually has this really nice feature as well. We have these mounting holes on the back, so it locates the body for you and keeps it held in nice and snug. And then you can also see you've got your rails along here where the actual body shell will sit inside. So again, you don't get a lot of body noise on this rig, which is really nice. On some RCs, it's quite noisy. You can hear the body shaking around and things like that. So that's quite nice. Okay, so if we take a little look at some of the functionality, you've got your locking servos, okay, for your differentials, because you have remote differential locking on this one. So you can either have them unlocked, or you can just lock the front diff, or you can lock the front and the rear differentials, which is really nice. Okay, and then you've got your other mini servo over here, which is for changing gear, because you have a first and a second gear, which does make a real difference, as you'll see a little bit later on when we take it out for a crawl. So on your transmitter, you've got your locking differentials at the top here. So if we just take a little look, if I just spin this around. So if we take a little look, at the moment we are unlocked, okay? So if we just click it up once, you'll see the front locks. If we click it up again, it also locks the rear. So now we've got front and rear diffs locked, okay? Also, we have our first and second gear. So again, with our transmitter, it's currently in first gear. If we just click it into second gear, you can see that servo move from second to first gear. Okay. It also has some additional functionality which you can get to from the menu and the set options. You can do things like cruise control. You can actually set your cruise control. So you've got this multi-function control here, and then you've got your steering trim adjustment as well. Okay. And you've got various different things you can do in the manual that gives you instructions on for your menu and your set items. Okay. Okay, so you get a really nice angle out of the box on this. And the standard steering servo, you know, pretty responsive. Some of the things I really like about the TRX4, one of them is how the body shell goes onto the car. So you can just see here, let me pick you up. Okay, so you can see here, inside the shell, you've got these inner mudguards, okay? And they actually line up with these sections here on the sides. So you get a nice kind of cover on the inside to stop all that, you know, dirt and grime that would flick up on all the wheel wells, you know, getting inside the shell. So you can see, I mean, I wash the shells and stuff, but it stays so much cleaner in there than, you know, your RCs that don't have those inner mud guards and everything in there. So you know, that's one of the things I really like about it, which I think is a nice feature. Okay, you've got your battery tray here to hold your battery. You do actually have a lower tray and an upper tray. So if you have like a, you know, a really small lipo, or you use something to power your lights, if you do get a light pack, you can have that in there, and then your main battery can sit in here. It's not the biggest tray. You know, plenty of length and just enough width for a decent sized lipo, but height of the bar is a little bit low. But you can get like a low profile 3S in there, or a 2S in there, no problem at all. And obviously the Traxxas batteries fit. But obviously it's so nice and easy just to get your batteries in. Just clicks in, job done, pop it out, lovely. So nice and easy, and you can flip it around for different size batteries to adjust the height. So now it's at 23 mil. If you flip it over and put it back on, now it's 26 mil. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, everything's nice and tidy, you know, nice clean shell, everything's nicely put together. And if we just flip it over and take a look underneath. Okay, so some of the things that are really good are, for example, the drive shafts. Obviously, you know, you get them on some of the other RCs as well, but on some of the cheaper ones, you just have a grub screw and they come off all the time, even if you put Loctite on, and it drives you crazy. Whereas with the TRX4, it has a grub screw with a pin. So there's actually a hole in the output shaft. So the pin and the grub screw all the way through. So obviously your drive shafts don't slip off. So you get that for your front and your rear drive shaft. So that obviously makes a nice difference. Obviously you've got your portal axles. So, you know, it gives you all your ground clearance and your drive reduction, okay? But yeah, otherwise, it's just a really clean, well-built shell. I mean, like I might have mentioned already, you know, it is more expensive, and, you know, you kind of pay for what you get, I suppose. But, you know, I've got a few other crawlers of different brands and that, cheaper brands. And to be honest, you know, you can tell the difference between the Traxxas and between some of the cheaper brands. You know, I'm not talking about every single brand, but just some of the cheaper brands, especially here in the UK. I mean, the difference is night and day. People will argue it till they're blue in the face, but the difference is night and day, you know. So, but yeah, I think it's a really cool rig. I'm glad I bought it. I think it's good value for money. Personally, I'd actually like to get the new Bronco, the old Bronco, the Blazer. You know, I think they're all really nice rigs. But yeah. So anyway, so let's take it out for a crawl. You can see what it's like. Okay, so at the moment we have front and rear diffs locked. So if we just switch it back to both unlocked, so that's all unlocked. Let's just see if you can see any difference getting up this bank. Oh, look at that, even with unlocked diffs, it does the job nicely. Let's not drive through that dog poop. Bit of side hilling. There we go, right, so now you can see it's struggling to move because that wheel, you see, so that's where the diff's unlocked. You can see we've got nothing moving on the left hand or the right hand side, and it's locked there. Okay, so now we'll lock the front diff, so just one click forward on your control. So you can see it's making a bit of a difference. So let's go back a little bit. Oh, testing out that balance. Okay, so now again, like you can see, front wheel's turning, rear's not. So now let's go all lock diffs and see what it's like. There you go, look at the difference. Oh, is she going to tip over? It's quite a bank. Lovely. Such a great looking rig, I love it. Okay, now if you've seen on some of my other videos, this is a pretty cool place to see how we do for traction, getting up the slope. So let's see how the TRX4 does, shall we? TRAXXAS tyres, over the rock. Wow, look at that. Up she goes. In terms of your trail speed, so this is in first gear at the moment. So that's full throttle first gear. Okay, now if we try it in second gear, so if you listen, you might have just heard the servo move then. So now we're going to do full throttle in second gear, you'll see the difference. Look at that. And that's what happens when you go too fast in second gear. You get a wipeout. But it's built tough. Okay, now back into first gear. Let's go through the jungle. So yeah, I mean, honestly, there's really not a lot to complain about with the TRX4. I mean, the price, I suppose, but it just looks so good. It's so capable. You know, it's such a nice rig. We're in the garlic fields. Yeah, it's just such a nice looking rig. Such a capable rig. I mean, it is my favourite crawler. Out of all the ones I've got, it's got to be my favourite. You know, the body mounting system is great. The fact that you've got the inner mud guards, and you've got the liners inside and everything to keep all the mud out. You know, it's well built. Everything's strong and tough, and even the body, you know, can take a beating. It's just a really great all-round rig, I would say. You know, if you're happy to spend the money, I would say it's worth it. And obviously, you know, you've got various different options. If you're not fussed on the Defender shell, you know, you can get the Blazer, the new Bronco, you can get the old style Bronco, you could even go TRX6 and get a 6x6, you know, so many options. Just such a great rig. Test out how waterproof it is, shall we? So I hope you found that review helpful. So just to summarize, great things about it: portal axles, you know, locking differentials, 2-speed gearbox, awesome bit of kit, really well built, looks amazing. I'd say it's really good value for money. Yes, you're going to pay a bit more than some of the other cheaper crawlers, but you know, I personally think you're getting, you know, you're getting what you pay for. You know, you're getting a rig that's reliable, good, looks good, drives well, decent tires. So yeah, really good. Anyway, I hope you found that review helpful. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you've got any questions. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.